All right, we're going to continue with our post-race press conferences for the 14th Subway Firecracker 250 here at Daytona International Speedway. We are joined by our race winner, Austin Dillon, who drives the number 33 Ream Chevrolet. Austin, you made it through the fireworks out there at the end to claim your fifth NASCAR Xfinity Series victory and third this season. Talk a little bit about the finish there.
Yeah, that was fun. For me, our car was all right. We and Danny were talking about earlier. We just didn't have the speed to make too much moves. I've worked the whole race at the beginning after I fell back to get back up there, and Joey and I had a run and kind of got our position back on the outside before that green flag pit stop, and that's really what Danny making the call to stay out 3 more laps and having those guys stay with us. It had us in a really good situation on fuel compared to the other cars. And then also we were in top 5 right there running. So you got your fuel and your track position back. And that was when I figured we had a great shot running on the bottom. As far as making it through the wrecks, we were in front of the first one, didn't really see what happened there. And then the second one, I was thinking Brian was going to kind of stay on the bottom. He kind of started trying to do what the Cup cars do, move back and forth. And I think the bottom just prevails in these Xfinity cars. And bummer he had a big wreck. But it worked out for us. We were able to make it through it and bring it home and go to victory lane at Daytona.
We are also joined by the race-winning crew chief, Danny Stockman Jr. Danny, you and Austin have had quite a bit of success together. Now finally here at Daytona. Talk a little bit about the call you made at the end to get him to victory lane.
I was a little bit worried at the beginning of the race. The car just didn't seem to want to do anything good besides go backwards. But, it's not like it used to be. I mean, the good cars can go forward and bad cars can't anymore. Where before I felt like it was a bigger pack and you can make more moves and stuff. And I just feel like track position here is more important than it ever has been. And like you said, we stayed out a few extra laps and kind of got our track position. And restarts, you gotta if you want to keep moving forward, you need to restart on the bottom. We kept playing that game and saying that we're fifth, let's just ride right here. We're third, let's just ride right here. And it worked out. And I look at this kid as a son or a brother, and it's just fun to work with him, and we've had success, and just pretty excited to be back here, victory lane, and with him.
All right, and we're also joined by the car owner, Richard Childress. Richard, talk a little bit about what it's like to see Austin get into victory lane at Daytona for the first time.
I mean, it's great. It's one of the best victory lanes. Winning the 98 with Dale and coming back and winning with Kevin, and a lot of wins here over the years. But this one's special because of Austin, and I know how much he wanted it. And, as a car owner, it's tough. We got one that's thrilled and 3 that's that's didn't have a good night, and that's the tough part of being a car owner. And but I'm happy. Right now, this is what you're supposed to be celebrating, and we are. Couldn't be more prouder of the way he drove tonight and what he did. Proud of you, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to open it up to questions here. Please raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you and state your name and affiliation. We'll start with Stan.
Stan Creekmore with RPMTonight.com. Richard, every other win, you've put your hat down, you've closed your eyes the final laps. What did you do tonight?
I was watching that 2 behind him racing you. I knew when he come by and was still leading that he knew what he was going to have to do. And, I was just kind of holding my breath till he got back around, because you never know if the one kept falling back a lap or 2 earlier and getting a push and pushing the 9. And I thought he might get enough push to push the 9, but I knew Austin would be right there ready to do what he had to do.
Over here to Matt.
Matt Weaver, Popular Speed. This question is for you, Austin, a Cup question. You're 90 points out of the final chase spot. So tomorrow going into this race, given everything that can happen, how do you try to balance being aggressive and trying to get that win and still not digging yourself into a bigger hole if something bad does happen?
For us, our main objective for the rest of the season is to win races. And, points, we've had too many things that not go our way, I feel like, this year as far as points go. 90s, it's doable, but winning races is what we're focused on. We're going to take chances and race like we did tonight, I think, we worked the whole race. My tongue was out trying to get back up there, just out of breath trying to get there. And when we got there, then I had to relax and be smart and stay patient. So it's all a chess game out there in this deal, and making the right moves sets you up for missing the wrecks. And if you're going to get in a wreck, there's certain times when you're in a bad situation, you got to get out of that and make a different choice. I made a few mistakes tonight, but when it came down to it at the end, I less mistakes and being focused at the end helped out.
We'll go to Jerry next.
Austin, Jerry Jordan, Kicking the Tires. You said something in Victory Lane about being there years ago and remembering your grandfather talking to you about this would be your chance. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, you just got to go to Victory Lane with a bunch of RCR cars, and like you said, being there when Dale won, and a lot of special moments, And my grandfather always told me when I was growing up young, one day you might have this opportunity, and when it gets there, you got to take advantage of it. And he always gave me confidence, and I will say that's always been kind of bred into me from my family is the confidence, and I thank him for that and this opportunity, and I'm glad that he's getting to be here with me and excited about the win, and it makes me really happy.
Austin over here, Hill Overton, WNDB Radio. A couple of Chevys there. You had some great help from Chase Elliott. Did you guys have maybe the spotters collaborate a little bit? Did you know he was going to give you that good shove? And I'm sure you have a little word of thanks for him.
I did. I said something in the interview, but this place, I don't care who's with you, even if it's your brother out there. When it gets down there and you see that white flag at Daytona, you short circuit and lose your mind because you want to be there so bad. So, for me, our car was fast enough. I think everybody behind me was pretty banged up as far as their cars. I didn't want to get too big of a lead where they could suck up to me. So I actually, it's crazy. For the last 2 laps there, I wasn't trying to be too wide open and pull away. Trying to drag brakes so they wouldn't get a big run. And then I was just watching my mirror the whole time. And once we made it through the white, they had one run on me off the backstretch coming to the white. Made it through that. Going into 1 and 2, it maintained, and then 3 and 4, I just kind of went up the track. I watched history here. The guys that lead those, I started to just kind of pull the air with them and try and get that outside lane to suck beside the second place car so that low line can't get that run. Came down the hill and off to Victory Lane.
Chris Knight, GuysChance.com. Congratulations to you guys on the win tonight. 10 top 10 finishes and 11 races. Been pretty good for you to return to the Xfinity Series. But I know this is a redundant question. Does it help for anything tomorrow?
Maybe for here. I think my car handled really well tonight. It probably wasn't the best, like, as far as speed goes, but it handled really well. So that's good to know. And 2 tires, we took 2, and they held on, turned right around there. So we can probably be aggressive with our race calls tomorrow. I feel like as the rubber laid down, our car didn't do anything crazy. And I know in the heat, the cars were pretty hard to handle in the Cup race. So as it cooled down, it felt just like a February race to me out there. We'll just be aggressive like we were tonight and see if we can't pull in the same place we did.
Were you surprised that Brian was doing what he was doing?
Yeah, I was a little bit, but when you're out front, it's hard to do. I've been here and had those opportunities and lost races with the fastest car, and tonight was one of those deals. I knew I had a car to have a capability of winning, and you want to put yourself in that position to win with the least amount of laps to go. And then you just got to finish it off. You got to do what it takes to finish there. For us, we were in the right position. We just were patient. And I had a run coming to him, and he went up high, and I was like, oh, no. And when he got there, I seen him wreck, and I just kind of pulled low and put us in a great position. But, bummer for him. He had a fast car.
Any additional questions? Lee? Lee?
Danny, how does it feel to be reunited with Austin?
Like I said earlier in my interview on TV earlier, I love this kid. I love his brother, like a brother too. And I don't know, me and Austin are just so much alike. Like I could read his mind, he could read my mind, and
we're mind readers.
It's
scary.
You just get people that
I'm trying to get in Pop-Pop's head too. It's been tough.
That are
scary
that way, and for whatever reason, our chemistry is just I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. I just I can look at his facial expressions and tell what he's thinking, and I'm just glad. I'm glad to be in this position. Richard and Dillon and Judy and everybody have given me all the tools to make this work, and we weren't making it work, so just glad to be here.
Did you say how hard is it to get in his head? Oh, it's pretty hard. It took me a year and a half, but we're getting there.
You're working on it. We're all right. Hey, one of the things that's really neat about tonight is to win the first race when NBC's back. This is really special, and to have them back in our sport, and for RCR and Austin to win the first race tonight. And tomorrow is going to be one of the greatest races you're going to see at Daytona, because I'm telling you, I watched practice the other day, not the wreck, but just how competitive the cars are. You're going to see one heck of a race tomorrow, so you need to tell everybody to watch that tube.
You're right.
Okay, Stan Creekmore again with RPM tonight. Denny, crew chief, what did you say to Austin, if anything, under that final caution flag? And did you hold your breath as well over the final 2 laps?
Oh, most definitely hold my breath. Me and him have a lot of, I don't know if many of you listen to our radio, but we have a lot of lingo that we've acquired over the years. And he has a nickname that people have probably heard. And there's another thing that when it's time to go, get you a cold drink of water.
They used to call it magic water.
Yeah, so
don't figure
he
out.
knows that he knows what that key is, and just told him to get him a cold drink of water, and it's time to go.
He told me in the championship in 2013 when we won the Xfinity Championship, we were running terrible at Homestead, trying to give the championship away. He said, "Come on, bud, get you a drink of that magic water. You're going to be all right." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, it better be magic." So tonight when he said it kind of reminded me of that.
He didn't say nothing either for a while. It took about 2 minutes. I think he was laughing so hard he had to gather himself up.
It's about having fun. When you have fun, you do good and you win.
Any final questions? All right, Austin, Danny, and Richard, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations on
Thank
the
you
win
guys.
tonight.
Thank you guys for staying. Sorry it took a while. Wanted to celebrate.